We will discover in this video how to make a woman wet, the kind of power men would like to possess. Yet, it is not something complicated when there is an alchemy with your partner. The body of a woman, however, remains surprising and mysterious. The natural female lubricant is a source of many fantasies and questions. It is often associated with women's desire, and you worry when she's not getting wet. Whether it is a diagnosed problem such as lady parts dryness or not, the lack of lubrication is clearly frustrating us, especially when the desire is, meanwhile, very present. Because we're not going to lie to you, everything's better when a woman gets wet, for you as for your partner. So obviously, there are products that reproduce lady parts fluid to make thrusting more enjoyable. Based on water, aloe vera gel, or oil, which is not recommended to use with a condom because of its composition would deteriorate the latex. Lubricants are numerous. But these are not the only solutions to increase pleasure and sensations. So, if you want to get a woman wet, watch this video until the end. We will share with you different tips, foreplay methods, tips to apply during intercourse, techniques, etc. What is cyprin? The lady parts lubricating fluid is called cyprin. It is a natural substance produced by glands located in this area. It is transparent and partially odorless. Cyprin is often confused with the seminal fluid that comes from squirting when a woman reaches climax. In reality, the seminal fluid would come from the skin glands. Cyprin has an essentially intimate role. It facilitates entering her lady parts, but also the transport of the semen to the egg. Each woman has a different flow, and it can evolve according to the periods. An excessive flow of cyprin can be a concern in some women who feel complexed by it, and also in some men who are not used to it. Why does a woman get wet? A woman gets wet because she's excited, because she wants you. That is the main reason. The brain sends a signal of desire that triggers the flow process. This is not necessarily controllable in the sense that sometimes the body will consider that it is time, while nothing is prepared. During menstruation or fertility, cyprin can change abundance and also smell. We consider wetness as a natural asset that women have to make thrusting pleasant, effective, and above all, possible. The presence of cyprin in abundance does not mean that it is allowed to go there in a brutal manner from the beginning. Let us be clear. A woman needs to be well prepared physically to make love. If she does not get wet, the reasons. Low libido can impact cyprin production, but then a woman who does not wet is not excited? False. Sometimes the mechanism diminishes or is completely absent. Every woman wets differently. Sometimes, despite the obvious excitement, there won't be much. Women are not robots, so there may be internal issues from time to time. It is necessary to distinguish in the first place the occasional failure of wetness from the regular lady parts dryness. The first case is common and can be related to stress, fatigue, etc. The second case is often related to taking medication following health concerns such as depression or anxiety. These drugs will dry out the lady parts walls and also reduce the secretion of saliva. A disturbance of the lady parts flora due to excessive, inappropriate, or insufficient hygiene can also lead to a rarer or unpleasant wetness in terms of odor. How to arouse a woman easily. How to make a woman wet to arouse her. In truth, it is because a woman is aroused that she wets. Women want emotion. It will therefore be necessary to do foreplay with her, caresses, kisses, so that the soft lady parts nectar flows from the mount of Venus. A woman can get wet just by reading something erotic or hearing words that excite her. Her ability to imagine and her ability to fantasize serve the wet process well. For it to flow, the lower abdomen must be warm and stimulated. And it starts with the brain and emotions. The touch then comes to definitively reach full excitement. The more the act of lovemaking is postponed, the more the cyprin will be present. Preliminaries are therefore of paramount importance. And we're not just talking about playing with her love button with your tongue. So if you want to make a woman wet, following these tips can be a good start. How to make a woman wet. 6 ways to achieve this. To get a woman wet, you will have to go all out and not be afraid to go for a dip. Literally, you are going to have to make her fantasize. Cyprin is a liquid filled with attraction that a man must tame. Showing your partner that you will drink at her source is showing her that your desire has no limits. and that will make her even crazier, even if it makes her let go of everything so that she shows her fountain. Let's see right away 6 ways to get her wet. Of course, classic preliminaries such as playing with her love button with your tongue will not be mentioned because they are obvious. Number 1. Send her steamy messages. Sending sensual and suggestive messages has a very important part in making a woman wet. There is mystery, and one can neither see nor touch the other. You are her personal erotic novel. She's going to drink your words, which will come out through her lady parts in the form of an explosive liquid. It is therefore necessary to go frankly but with finesse. It is a delicate matter to master. Subtlety must be part of it. For her to project, it is not necessary to tell it too much. And at times, you can use more evocative and crude terms. She won't be able to take it anymore, and may even admit she wants you right now. Number 2. Massage her without touching her lady parts. Massage is a timeless classic of eroticism. Whether it is practiced normally or even in tantra with emotions and meditation, it will be one of great effectiveness to relax your partner. The subtlety here is to do everything to stir up your fantasies. She must be impatient with the idea of you caressing her and fingering her, which you obviously won't do. Focus on its erogenous zones. Take care of her legs, her breasts, her belly, her buttocks, anything you want, but not her lady parts. She will eventually lose it and jump on you. The lick on her love button will come right after. Number 3. Heat it while staying dressed. So here, be careful. This technique will make her addicted, and it works like wonders. Poseidon himself, the king of oceans and wetland, will confirm this. Warming up while staying dressed is a terribly exciting act. Its advantage? A great part of foreplay. You rub against each other. You simulate thrusting. Your private parts are stimulated. It's an almost innocent way to make love. Not being able to have you inside her will drive her crazy, especially since she will feel your hands on her breast and your hard manhood through your pants on her lady parts. At this level, she will have only one desire: to tear off your clothes and remove hers because they have gotten so wet. This is a crucial point and a very effective way to get a woman wet. Nonetheless, some men can have some trouble getting hard. It can be due to health issues like rigidity dysfunction. If you think you suffer from rigidity dysfunction and you want to know for sure, fill out the questionnaire in the description and you will have the answer in 5 minutes. Number 4. Excite her with foreplay. How to excite a woman? With foreplay. It is all that precedes the lovemaking act itself. Suggestive massages is one of them. It also involves the game of looks, the falsely innocent caresses, the languorous kisses, the seductive attitude, the naughty innuendos, the cuddly moments, etc. She needs to be well prepared. With her empathy, a woman who feels intense excitement arising will have her brain boiling and will find herself wet while waiting to reunite with you in the evening. Number 5. Talk to her in the hollow of her ear. Another trick is to let your imagination run wild and use your words to excite her. You can spoon her if you are in bed, for example. Hug her with your arms. Then begin in a deep and calm voice to talk to her. Words must be sometimes delicate, sometimes crude. The limit is your feelings and the complicity that you both share. She will have to feel both safe and very small in your arms, ready to give herself to you. The rule? No caresses or rubbing, even if she asks for it. Number 6. Dominate her to make her wet thoroughly. A majority of women love domination, or would love to be dominated, consciously or unconsciously. We are talking here about soft domination, controlled firmness. It's a way for them to let go completely and let their femininity express itself. The process of domination can take place all along, before foreplay, during foreplay, and during intercourse. You direct the interactions and the act from start to finish. She has no say except to ask you for something or beg you. This visceral arousal will cause a powerful climax and abundant lady parts emission. What for? Because somewhere she will know that what is coming is serious, so her lady parts will take the lead and lubricate all that. So, how can you make a woman wet? The easiest way is to learn the art of seduction, and especially the art of making love to a woman that we have just discussed with you.